Good morning, everyone. So, again, this is Teacher B. Welcome to our online meeting. So, I hope all of you are doing good. So, before I present to you our topic for today, let us have an activity first. So, the activity is 4 picks, 1 word. So, 4 picks, 1 word is a word guessing game that presents 4 pictures and then tasks you to guess what specific word fits the theme of the photos presented. So, do you understand, class? Okay, so let's start. For the first 4 pictures, what specific word fits the theme of the photos presented? Yes, very good. It's data. For the second one, what specific word fits the theme of the photos presented? It's information. Information. For the next one, so what have you observed in the picture? Keyboard, monitor, mouse, what are those? So those are the physical components that make up the ICT. So what do you call those physical components? It's hardware. For the next one, so what have you observed in the photos presented? Yes, it shows people. Okay, for the next one, what have you observed? What specific word fit the theme of the photos presented? Yes, it's software. And for the last one, what specific word fits the theme of the photos? See, it's procedures. So those specific word that fits on the theme of the photos presented are the components of ICT. Later, I will discuss to you what are those components and its definition. So now, our today's topic is components of information and communication technology. So, today we're going to discuss what are the components of information and communication technology. So our objective for today is at the end of the discussion, students will be able to first give definition of what is ICT and second, identify the components of ICT. So let me ask you first, class. What comes into your mind when you hear the word ICT? So what is ICT? So think, what is ICT? Okay, ICT is an acronym of Information and Communication Technologies. Also, ICT includes the product that store, process, transmit, convert, duplicate, and receive electronic information. So ICT class includes the product that store, process, transmit, duplicate, and receive electronic information. So also, ICT is generally accepted to mean all technologies that combined allow people and organizations to interact in digital world. So also ICT refers to all communication technologies that includes internet wireless network, cell phones, computer, and other media application and services. So ICT class allow us to interact in digital world. For example, Facebook. So even if your family, friends, relative are in the other country or in the other place, you can still able to chat or make calls with them using Facebook and Messenger. So that is the use of ICT, or that is the benefits of ICT. So, um, sorry, these are the components of ICT. So ICT have six components. So, namely, people, procedure, hardware, software, data, and information. So now I will discuss to you what is the definition of each component. So let's start with the first component, which is people. So people are needed to supply data to the ICT system and also to make judgment and decision from the output supplied from the system. So people is important in ICT because they are the one who what do you call this one, who enter data in the computer. So also people, they will make judgment and decision from the output supplied from the system. Okay, for the next component is data. So data is refers to the raw materials of any ICT, and this is processed by the system to provide the information which is the output produced by the system. So data this is the raw facts and figures. So the next component is procedure. So procedure determines what needs to be done and when. So procedure is the series of action conducted in a certain order to make sure the system runs smoothly. So procedure also covers the passing of data or information between different people. So next, also procedure administrative procedure are needed to deal with problems such as customer not paying bills, problems with deliveries, and etc. So for the next procedure, which is hardware. So based on the pictures presented, keyboard, mouse, hard drive, SanDisk, those are the physical components that make up the ICT system. So hardware has input device, which is the keyboard, mouse, scanner, and etc. So storage devices are memory, hard drives, and etc. So I know all of us have memory card in our cell phones that makes us store more data in our cell phone. So the processor and the output devices are the screen, pointers, and plotters. So those are hardwares. So software. So these are the computer program which provides step-by-step information to the hardware. So software is the name given to the computer programs. For example, YouTube, Microsoft Word app, and others. So next component is information. So information, it is the result from the processing data. So information is the data that is converted to give it a meaning. So next is information also is the output of an ICT system. So let's review if you really understand and listen to our topic for today. So again, ICT is the broader term or the acronym of information and communication technology. So it refers to all communication technologies including internet, wireless network, cell phones, computer, and other media application and services. So ICT allow us to connect to the digital world. So there are six components of ICT. Those are people, information, procedure, data, software, and hardware. So data, those are raw facts and figures. And for the hardware, those are the physical components that make up the ICT system. Software is the name given to computer programs. Okay, sorry. Then information, this is the data that is converted to give it a meaning. And the next component is the procedure. This is the series of action conducted in a certain order to make sure the system runs smoothly. So people um, is important in ICT because they the one who make decision and judgment to the output of the ICT system. So I hope all of you understand our topic for today, and I hope you learned something. So for your evaluation, you are going to identify the components of ICT that is being asked in each statement. So write your answers before the number. So from number 1 to 6, you are going to identify the components of ICT that is being asked in each statement. So for item 7 to 10, so in your own words, what is ICT? Okay? So now let us have an open forum. So if you have questions, suggestion, write in the comment section. Okay? So if you have no questions, thank you for coming online class. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Have a nice day everyone. God bless.